I love the idea that the movie's set in Paris and in the French countryside. It's just such a rich area of design and history.
The limestone buildings are just everywhere with the tin roofs and the granite streets, and it creates this uniform appearance so that when something punctuates that, you really notice. You know, you'd see these bright red banners or these awnings across cafes, and they just really grabbed your eye, and they were just really appealing.
There's a little bit of an upstairs downstairs thing going on, where up above Paris, beautiful, and then down below, and that's kind of the rat world.
A little cold and a little wet and a little foggy and a little dank.
Always in the shadows, always in attics or in places where humans can't go. Another key visual element was Gusteau's. The facade and the dining room are really designed to make it look like the greatest French restaurant on earth.
The kitchen is very much neutral tones, very subtly colored. The walls are tile, the floor is tile, the stoves are black.
It's designed to make the food look great, but also the copper pots look great in this environment, and the chef's skin tones look great.
Ratatouille takes place in modern-day Paris, France. You know, food is king, and it's a beautiful city, and the beauty of the city kind of contradicts what it's like to be a rat.
You've got this grungy, nauseating, disgusting place where the rats live, and then you have this pristine kitchen environment.
These worlds come together via Remy's desire to cook in this five-star French kitchen.
It's a bold move, I think, to have rats as your main characters. A lot of people, I think, find them repulsive.
I don't want to talk about the tail. What about my adorable peach fur-covered little ears? You know, no one ever asked rats about that.
For us, it's a matter of doing a lot of reference, really. It's looking at a lot of real rat footage.
People have brought in their pet rats, which at first we were a little afraid of, because again, rats are a little like, ugh, rats. But now we've actually got our own rats in the animation department, and they're endlessly entertaining. And we've been videoing those rats and looking at that footage.
Not necessarily copying it, but taking the spirit of what makes a rat, how quickly they move, and all of the little fidgety traits.
Our main character, Remy, he has this amazing sense of smell.
And he picks out the food that all the rats in the tribe can eat.
But Remy is very interested in fine food. He wants to be a five-star French chef.
The rats are traditionally kind of takers. They're hiding, they're sneaking, they're stealing little things, and the chefs are givers. They're creating things and presenting them to people, and Remy is a real giver.
One of the things I think that's really interesting about the film is that it has this European flavor to it.
The art department on this film spent a lot of time studying French faces and French culture.
To find out what makes French people move and act and talk, etc., like French people. And actually the shoulders are much more involved, and it's a little more all-body inclusive language.
We're working on doing our homework to be a little more authentic with some of the gestures, especially with the chefs.
Watching films, going to Paris.
We've gone in groups to take cooking classes. We've gone to observe real kitchens to get the vibe and the spirit behind a working kitchen.
We've studied the way people move, not only on the small details, the way they fry things, or the way they'll saute, or the way they'll use their rags to clean things up, but also as a whole, how the whole kitchen will move as a body. It's like a living organism.
It really is this choreography, this dance, that everybody has their spot, and they're all doing their thing, but they're all doing it together.
Our biggest challenge with these rats is to make them feel like they're not little tiny humans. So in order to do that, we looked to the real rat's anatomy. There's a lot of mass between where their skeleton is and where their skin is. So what you get is kind of this blob of this animal that can change shape almost. They can squish themselves up and stretch themselves out. And so we call that sort of the squishiness. And we've been working really hard to keep these characters squishy. And I think that's what's going to make this movie what it is. It's that combination of really strong heart with a little layer of silliness on top of it. Because it is a rat who wants to cook.
And we're going to have a lot of fun with that.